Okay, hi, I'm Derek Green with SWTOR-Life.com, and I'm here to talk to Hilmar Hahn with Razer Peripherals. Hilmar, why don't you tell us a little bit about your gaming gear that you got set up here?
Alright, so this year at E3 we have a big announcement for Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO, and we're creating 4 peripherals with BioWare and LucasArts for the game. The most exciting one is probably the keyboard, which has 10 adaptive tactile keys on the top right hand corner. These are the kind of keys that we showed on the Switchblade demo at CES this year, and this is the first time they're actually coming on a Razer product. So what these keys do is they change appearance and functionality depending on what you do in the game. So if you're playing whatever character you're playing, the different skill sets and abilities will show up on these keys, and they will actually dynamically change depending on what kind of actions you do in the game. So that's really kind of an intuitive way to interact with your skills and abilities. Below these keys we have an LCD screen that's also a multi-touch trackpad. So it'll accept your gestures and kind of mouse clicks. Apart from that, it's a regular gaming keyboard with all the programmable keys, extra macro buttons, gaming mode functions, multicolor lighting on the edge of the keyboard. So it's really kind of nice looking for both factions of the game. So whether you're an Empire fan or a Republic fan, all 4 products ship with both faction emblems. So you can actually use them regardless of what faction you're playing.
Very nice.
So, and then we have the mouse for the game, which is based on the Razer Naga Epic, which is kind of like the most successful MMO gaming mouse right now. And we gave the Naga Epic a special back, so that you can actually exchange the faction panel on the mouse.
Oh, cool.
So it ships with both faction panels, and you can just slap on whatever faction you're closest to. And then, of course, we have a mouse mat for the game as well, which is a metal mouse mat that you can flip over as well, depending on what faction you're preferring. And then, last but not least, we have the headset, which is a 5.1 gaming headset, so virtual surround sound with a flexible microphone and a lightweight design. And of course, there's some lighting on it as well. It's shining down from the bottom of the headset, and it's kind of like reflecting the light on your shoulders. So that's kind of a cool feature.
Very nice. And the keyboard looks really sharp. It's got a nice backlight to it. Tell me about the, looks like portrait buttons on the upper right. Is that something that you can map to your characters in the game, or what is that?
Absolutely. You can. There's going to be a default layout for these buttons. And then the driver software lets you customize that even further. So any kind of images that you need on these keys, you can crop out and place on the key and bind your own macro to it or functionality to it.
Oh, so you can actually take a character portrait from in-game, crop it out, and map it to that key of your own character then.
Yeah, yes, you can.
That is very sweet.
Right.
That is very sweet. I love the visual going on in the bottom right-hand corner right there. How are you getting the images into the keyboard? I mean, is that something the owner will do, or is that something that's pre-programmed into the keyboard?
That's something that we're working on with BioWare. So, but right now it's still in an early stage, so I can't really confirm anything that it's going to show. But hopefully, we'll be able to tie into the game as much as possible together with them, and display actual game content on the keyboard.
Right. That's very nice, very nice. What is this? This equipment's not available on the market right now. What is your release date that you're thinking about putting this stuff on the market?
It'll release with the game. So as soon as Star Wars The Old Republic is coming out, which is not confirmed yet when exactly, but then these peripherals will be available as well. And the keyboard will retail for $199 US. The mouse will retail for $129 US, same price as the headset, and the mouse mat will be $49.99. So.
Do you have any plans for a bundle type setup where a player could get keyboard, mouse, and headset in one, or how are you going to work that?
Right now we're just selling them as standalone products, so each one will sell by itself.
Very nice. What about the macro function buttons on the left-hand side? I see M1 through M5. Is that the only available macro buttons that you can control, you can set yourself?
Actually, you can program every single key on the keyboard as macro buttons, but these are kind of like 5 extra macro buttons that we provided. Maybe that'll be your companion keys in the game, but generally every button of the keyboard is customizable with the software that we're providing. But if you want to have a standard layout on your keyboard, you can use these 5 extra buttons if you don't want to alter any buttons of the regular keyboard.
Will the keyboard ship with the standard button layout that BioWare has determined for the game at ship, or how are you going to work that?
Actually, there's 2 fonts on the keyboard. One is the R-Bash font directly from Star Wars. That's showing up when the keyboard is not turned on, and as soon as you turn on the backlight, it'll kind of like glow gold and display the normal numeric font.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So when the keyboard's not on, it displays R-Bash on the keys?
It's going to be a gray font that
oh,
yeah.
That is awesome. I think that's all the questions I got for you. I really appreciate your time.